Hello and thank you for coming by. You are at the 2010 Sugar Crash blog hop. And if you're watching this video, you have come over to my stop at Before You Stamp at blogspot.com. My project today to show you guys is an exploding box. You can find hundreds of these, literally hundreds of these explosion boxes on the internet, but my personal favorite would be with Laura Denison with Following the Paper Trail. And I took her exploding envelope project and tweaked it and changed it a little bit to make it more personal for this special Sugar Crash hop. So one of the things I did was I made an acetate see-through top so you could see. I don't know if you could see in there. I should get a flashlight. But you can actually see down in there, and this will make a great Christmas project, especially for a young man who wants to probably propose. He can stick a little engagement ring in, and then she can finish this off with her own personal thing that led up to the engagement and anything after the fact. But let me show you what I did. This one is for Christmas, and if you lift off the lid, it literally explodes open. And you have some pockets. These are made with 8 of the number 10, can you see that? 8 of the number 10 envelopes. They're 9.5 by 4. And I'm not going to go into the details of how to make this because it does take a while. Like I said, my favorite tutorial on the explosion box, check out Following the Paper Trail with Laura. If you do want to know how I put mine together, just leave me an email at beforeyoustamp@yahoo.com. and I will work on a video and then tell you when it's up and when it's posted. So you use 8 of the number 10 envelopes. She uses 4 number 10 and 4 policy, which has an open end. You need to have a handful of the shipping tags, which are 4 3/4 by 2 3/8. I use these. I took the string off and designed my own ribbons. I also used 4 of the 2 1/4 by 3 1/2 coin envelopes. Be using those in this, and also these little white bags you can get at Michael's. They're 2 1/2 by 4 1/4. And then my daughter came up with a little suggestion of putting a jewelry box in the middle. So she had a red one, and this is where if a young man wants to put an engagement ring in there, or a husband wants to put a candy or something, a necklace, you can in there. So let me show you. This has 48 exploding pockets. So the first one, I hope you could see, this is one pocket, and inside I have a secret recipe, and I'll explain that in a minute. So that's for one. Then behind that you can put in 2 little tags. These are for journaling or putting photo mats in. So there's 2 for that. Then behind that is another little, oh, you can't see that, can you? There we go. A new photo mat here. Then on the, let me get that back in there. And then on the side is the secret recipe card. This is the main recipe. This explosion box was made or designed around the gift jars for Christmas. And this is the main mix that I laminated. Put that in there, and then I put a brad on it to create a space for them to write, to take notes for journaling for the recipe, or your own little things that you have adjusted for yourself. So that's the mix, and I slid that in the side. And then this is the mix that you make and put in each jar. And then you make these tags, and these tags actually go on the jar. So you make the mix, put them in the jars, put this little recipe with it, and it'll tell them what they need to add to complete their jar. So there's actually a chili in here. There is hot cocoa mix. There's a ham and ham hock stew, and a dessert. I don't quite remember unless I get there. So then you flip it over and you have another, my screen is the resolution is very low on here. You have another journaling or photo mat to go inside there. Then you have another little, let me pocket here that you can put a picture in, or if you want to put another tag, you can. So that's one level. That's ×4 all the way around. I made these identical all the way around. The next level 2 is the other end of this envelope that we decorated, and it has a photo mat journal, or for journaling. You can also stick a photo in there, or you can actually mat it and then journal on the back. I also added the little white envelope. I decorated it. This is a little bag that I put in case they wanted to put a memoir in there, like a little trinket or something. And that's ×4, all identical. The next layer, layer 3, is just one pocket. It's got a for journaling or photo mat. And then I added a post-it note. Here are the self-adhesive sticking post-it notes that I used. Everything's upside down, I'm sorry. And just stuck it on there and decorated, so if they and then put a paper clip, made a little cute paper clip and put on there. And that's it for the third layer. The fourth layer, I made a can you see that? I made a little envelope, and I used paper pizzazz. Can you see that? Mini envelopes number 2, and I used the little envelope, traced that out, cut it, and then stuck it on the back side to give it another little pocket. So this is full of things for someone, a child, a fiance or wife or husband to store things in. And this is all ×4. On the other side is I just folded over the flap, added a embellishment, and then I made a tag for either journaling or to do a photo mat. Now, as you can see on this one, I used the snow maker marker. Can you see that? Upside down. There you go. And you really have to put it on kind of thick, let it dry for 30 minutes, and then use your heat gun. If it doesn't puff up, I don't know if you can see the depth of the little snowflakes or the snow here, and at the bottom, can you see that? Be real careful. If it puffs up, then stop, because if not, let me show you what happens. I overdid it and burnt it. Look at that. So that's a no-no. So I'm either burning things or cutting myself, so be very careful. Have a first aid kit around. So that's what I made there. I thought that was really cute. So that goes in that third layer, ×4. Then the last one are these little envelopes. There's 4 of them, and on the inside is a nitty-bitty tag that you can use for journaling or photo mat. And then of course on the inside you can leave this plain, put a little embellishment in the middle, or again just put a jewelry box that fits inside. And then that one's decorated with a little penguin with trying to hang up lights. So this is my exploding, and you just close it all up. Close this all up and then put your lid on. Now you don't have to do the lid with the acetate to see through, and I wish the lighting was better because it is beautiful just looking down in there and looking at the penguin on the jewelry box. But I was gonna show you the recipes. This one is black bean chili. This side is, oh there it is, old-fashioned ham hock stew. This side is the rich and creamy cocoa. And then the last side is the mistletoe kiss me cakes. So we got all of our sugar covered here. So if you have any questions, email me. Don't forget to go through all the blogs. There's prizes giving out. Go back to Laura Brinkman's main blog, and she will have a contest. So follow that around, read the directions, and I hope you have fun. Good luck at what you do, and God bless. Thank you for joining us.